Hello everyone and welcome to Replay Analysis, and this is AD Carry Breakdown, except I've renamed it because it's a better representation of what the series actually is. It's a replay analysis, and I analyse replays. You know, people instantly know what the video is before they even click on it. So that's generally why I'm changing the name for that. So, helping out Lee Sin with the blue buff, just done as much damage as I could, and without missing a creep, hopefully. So yeah, got my little creep there, and we are Ezreal Sona against Lulu Misfortune, and I would say that's fairly equal lane, to be honest. No one has a specific advantage or anything. You can see we've out-traded them a little bit already. Lulu was a little bit low from, I assume, helping Malphite or someone. The Wraiths are gone, so perhaps that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. So we've gotten Lulu a little bit low here. And Misfortune's actually level 2 before me, but I'm doing a good job. She keeps running into my Qs, and playing against Ezreal, it's really obvious when Ezreal's going to Q, because everyone knows how to play Ezreal. So Malphite's around here. I'm just playing a little bit cautious because he comes in here and Sona almost dies. They get very, very greedy here. So Lulu keeps chasing. This is the point where Lulu should have went back, but she keeps chasing. She tries to get the kill. Sona's not really low enough for her to die, and I spot a good opportunity for me to kill Lulu there, and I just flash, ignite, and hit my Q and get the first blood there. She was far too low for her to be in that sort of situation there, and that gets me the first blood, which is really, 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 really helpful. So laning against Misfortune, just 1v2 at the moment. I'm just using my pots to get back up health again. Just CSing, not really too much. I'll just fast forward this a little bit. So I want to push the wave. I'm asking my support here, you can see in the chat, I'm asking Sona to push. This is a tip you guys can use. Tell your support to push. 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, they're going to help you push, because they know what pushing is. They're not retarded, are they? They're going to help you push. So that's a little tip you can use. I've noticed when I've been playing support, and I've noticed when other people have been playing support, supports just forget to push. They forget to push the wave. They just forget to do it. So you need to remind them. It's your job. But one more quick note about the series. I'm changing the way I'm doing it again. I'm just using the LoL replay like this simply because I feel it gives a smoother commentary and just generally a better video. So we're trading a little bit with Misfortune. There's obviously a lot of creeps, so that's why I'm backing off a little bit, even though I've got an advantage. And because I decided to start with Longsword, I wanted to get a Vamp Scepter, and I can't really help Sona too much there because of all the creeps once again. But we actually managed to get a bunch of harass onto Misfortune. She's taking way too many Qs. She shouldn't be taking so many Qs. And she has her flash and her shield up, and she uses it very late, actually, very, very late. But because of what happened, Lulu's actually really out of position, and I'm able to pick up a kill onto Lulu as well because she used her flash earlier. So that's the second kill onto Lulu, and actually the reason why Lulu died there was because of Misfortune. And later on, Misfortune goes to blame Lulu. For her death, for feeding or whatever. But the reason why Lulu died there was it was Misfortune's fault. She was out of position, and yeah, I mean, so that just directly shows how in bot lane, AD carry and support, it's not necessarily one person's fault all the time, even though it may look like that. So yeah, just try and be fair to each other and solo queue in that regard, guys. So at this current moment, we're winning the game. You can see I'm building I'm starting to build Sheen. I'm going to build the Enter Iceborne Gauntlet. We're pushing the wave up a little bit, just trying to do my harass still. I'm still actually casting W a fair amount because it can go through the creeps, and you know, a lot of the time it still does a decent amount of damage, especially when you have the AP with Iceborne Gauntlet. So I casted my ultimate, and what I wanted to do was use my E and get in there and ignite her, and I would have actually killed her if I'd done the combo properly. So that's something I also explained in my Ezreal guide ages ago. If you can hit someone who's just standing still from a brush or something with your ultimate, that is really helpful because they can't see you. A lot of the times as well, the Ezreal ultimate is like bugged. You can't see it when it comes out of vision, if you know what I mean. A lot of the times it just becomes invisible. So that's something you can really sort of exploit, I guess, on Ezreal. It's an exploit, but it's an exploit you're not going to get banned for because it's not your fault that it happens. Which kind of sucks. It's in the game. It's in this game, which is such a popular and large game. So Malphite came here. I knew he had his ultimate. I just tried to E as quick as I could. I'm not sure if Son actually really had to use her ultimate there, but it's better to be safe than sorry, isn't it? I can't blame her for that. So she wants to take this opportunity to go back. Yeah, don't want to play with fire. You can see in the chat, that's what she says. She wants to take this opportunity to play back. It's a high elo decision, I would say. You know, that's the sort of thing a high elo player would do. Make the decision to go back when the jungler's there and react to each situation. So I've got my chain vest, I've got my sheen and my chain vest. I should be able to trade very, very well. Even though Lulu and Misfortune have a lot of magic damage. So, yeah, Misfortune says in chat, enjoy free lane bot. And I'm kind of just holding the wave here, you can see. So we get an advantage. And here, all their team's coming, and I hit both Misfortune and Malphite with my ultimate. Because I have some AP with the sheen, I just do tons of damage. And everyone on our team is level 7 here, and they're all level 6. We have a very large advantage already into this game. So we're pushing up the lane here, and we want to basically take as much as we can from getting them low. And rather than just killing the tower outright straight away, we're letting a lot of the creeps die, and they're missing out a ton more XP and a ton more gold from that. So MF is on 57 CS and I'm on 92 at this point. So we really need to try and snowball this game the best we can. So Lulu's getting caught out of position here a bit, and Malphite is extremely low, and I'm able to just flash and pick up a kill on him with Ignite, but Lulu ultimate. And Lulu gets a little bit caught out of position there. She shouldn't have been so close to me like that, especially when she's so squishy. She has no health at all, and she's 0-3 already, so she's just at the moment kind of feeding. But like I said before, it's not completely her fault. A little bit of it is Misfortune's fault as well, but yeah. So Misfortune saying report Lulu. I think at this point it's only 3-0. I know we've killed a bunch of turrets and stuff, but still, like, asking to report someone just for them playing bad. I'm not saying I'm a saint or anything, but you know, it's not really the kind of nice attitude that you want to have in solo queue. It makes the game not fun when people flame like this. It really just makes the game unenjoyable, and it's kind of like a cycle that happens of someone raging and then someone else raging, and yeah, it's not very nice to have in the game. So I'm picking up blue buff here. I've got my Iceborne Gauntlet. Oh no, I'm not picking up blue buff. Sorry, Nidalee took it because she wanted it for some reason. She's actually fairly strong at this moment. She's got death cap already, and she hasn't even got boots. That's crazy, but yeah, I guess she kind of needs it. I'll pick up blue buff later though. My team is kind of throwing. Zed is kind of dying for no reason, and yeah, I'm trying to do as much damage to Anivia as I can. I'm just going up here to push into mid because I have nothing else I need to do, and just trying to get as much Qs off onto Anivia as I can, and she's actually fairly low already. So just fast forward a little bit. Lee Sin getting a little bit caught out of position, and I'm like, oh shit, Malphite's gonna screw me up here. He's probably got ultimate, so I just quickly get out of here with my arcane shift. So not too much else going on. We're just pushing down into mid because this is what you should do when you've taken, even if you've only just taken one tower on bot, you should be pushing into mid like this anyway, because they either have to defend this tower and it stops them from being able to push your tower into bot as well. So that's why, just with the way people understand the meta now, yeah, you see that awesome ultimate I did onto Anivia. She's very slow. She only has level 1 boots, so it's quite easy for me to hit the ultimate onto her. So they're just kind of like getting a little bit caught out of position here again, and we're able to just push down the tower like this. So I'll just fast forward this game a little bit. I'm just damaging the tower as much as I can. MF is still only on bot. And I'm able to just get away a little bit from Malphite here. I'm just trying to kite them around. Malphite hits me with his ulti there, but it's not too big of a deal. I'm just trying to get away. Rumble's very, very low, and I'm just backing away while we just take them all out. So I don't really have any mana or anything here, and Ezreal with like an item like Iceborne Gauntlet without any mana is just kind of useless. My auto attacks won't do any damage anyway, so yeah. So I picked up my BF sword now. I'm going to turn that into a Bloodthirster. So I'll start doing more damage with my auto attacks now, so that should be fine. So here I thought I might be able to get Anivia a bit, but not really. So I'll just fast forward a little bit. We're considering doing Baron, but it's 19 minutes in. It's not really the opportune time to do Baron, to be honest. But I'm getting onto Anivia here, and I can just E over the wall here. She used her flash already, and I missed that Q, which was kind of bad. But even if you miss your Q, that's the nice thing about the Iceborne Gauntlet. Even if you miss your Q, you can just auto-attack afterwards and still slow them. And I flash over her Flash Frost there, just to make sure I get the kill. And Lulu, of course, is just super weak as well. But yeah, she gets away on 20 health just because of that ultimate. I hate that ultimate. But I pick her up with my Q there with E. Ezreal, that's the thing with the Iceborne Gauntlet as well. You're able to just constantly E around if you have places to Q. You can just constantly E everywhere, and look at the range. You can just perma-slow people, and that's why the Iceborne Gauntlet is so strong. So, I want the blue buff, because Zed doesn't need a blue buff. Who the hell does he think he is? This Warmog Zed build, I just want to say something about this Warmog Zed build. I don't like it at all. I don't think it's good, really. I think on Zed, something a bit tanky and then defensive would be a bit offensive, then defensive would be good. So I'm getting a little bit caught out position here. I can't really escape from this. I'm very low and I end up getting killed. But this is a little bit of a throw from our team here. Even though it's not too bad, it's still a bit of a throw because, yeah, we were very far ahead and we shouldn't be dying like that. So I have my Bloodthirster now and my Iceborne Gauntlet. It's very strong, and we have the blue buff again that I'm going to go pick up, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. That blue buff is crazily helpful. 39% cooldown reduction at the moment, so you can see I'm just helping Zed as much as I can, slowing Malphite as much as I can. Misfortune's getting a little bit too cocky here. She just doesn't realise how strong I am, and yeah, she just gets a bit caught out of position there. A little bit too cocky, and I just shut that bitch down and shut Malphite down as well. So, and I really wanted this ultimate to just kill Lulu, and that would have just been awesome, but Nidalee kind of ruins it. But yeah, this is why I like playing Ezreal. Games like this, it's just so cool. I almost died to Anivia here. If I didn't have Bloodthirster and I didn't use my pot, I definitely would have died. Very, very low. I spawned on like 40 HP or something. And Anivia looks like she's going to get taken out by Lee Sin here. Yep. And Rumble as well, most likely. Unfortunately, we can't see their health unless I look at it while the replay was actually happening. I mean, the game was actually happening. So, just fast forward a little bit. I have the the Zeal now because I just feel at this stage of the game you really do need the attack speed. You're still an AD carry. And this is a common mistake I see with people trying this build on Ezreal. They don't build like standard AD carry items. They think they're just literally a caster, but you need to realise that you're still an AD carry, and you basically need to get those AD carry items eventually. So Phantom Dancer's, in my opinion, is a must. I would at least try it before dismissing it anyway. So they don't have any wards around Baron, it seems, and we're able to just get this as low as possible. Malphite, Sona just ults Malphite to try and keep him away. I don't think she really needed to, but yeah. I just E in here. I shouldn't have actually E'd in there. I wanted to try and kill Lulu. I did it really without thinking fast enough, and that's where Sona, if she saved her ulti, that would have been amazing. We could have just destroyed them all. But yeah. So we picked up our Baron, and what we should be doing is just pushing all the lanes again. We need to get our inhibitors, so I'm just trying to get some slows off onto people. I haven't actually managed to hit anything yet, and I'm afraid of getting killed again, like what happened before. But I just stand there while they're rushing into us and auto-attack them as much as I can, and we're able to pick up Rumble too. And I'm just pushing up this lane as quickly as I can. So Misfortune here, I don't know what she thought would happen. I mean, I'm Ezreal, man. I have my E. And yeah, that was a terrible kick, Lee Sin. Why the hell are you kicking her away? But we're able to pick her up anyway. I have to use my flash because Lee Sin did that stupid kick. But it doesn't matter too much. I'm Ezreal. I basically have like a free flash anyway. So we're just pushing this up. Should be able to take this inhib. Malphite really wants to stop us from getting this inhib. But yeah. And that was just a really bad Ezreal ulti. I thought I was going to be able to hit Anivia or something like that with it. And you can see I'm playing really cocky. The reason I'm playing really cocky is because I'm fed and I'm strong as hell. I can do it. So misfortune should have been before. So I picked up this blue buff here. And I'm going to go back and buy my Phantom Dancer. So I've got my Phantom Dancer here. We actually haven't lost one tower yet in the game. It's kind of like a stomp, but I think maybe perhaps it can help you. It can help you guys learn a little bit about what to do when you're ahead or something like that. But either way, yeah. So we're pushing up onto this tower. It's very difficult to push up onto a tower against Anivia. That's why strong Anivia players and solo queue are just like super good. Of course, we all know Froggen's Anivia and how strong that is. So Nidalee's hitting some nice spears here. And we have a really good poke team, even though Lee Sin isn't amazing with poke. Sonna's decent with poke. Nidalee's decent with poke. Lee Sin actually has his ultimate to knock people away, so that's great. So I hit my ultimate onto MF. You can see it does about 70% of her health. That's the AP you get from this item. Of course, I have a bit of AP from Sonna as well, AP from Baron buff. All my damage as well for my Bloodthirster. Your ultimate ends up doing a ton of damage with the Iceborne Gauntlet Bloodthirster combo, and that's really why people get it. One of the reasons, anyway. So we're trying to push onto this tower as much as we can. Misfortune does her ultimate. And Zed's like, see, this Zed was unranked, and I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to say people in Season 2 can never be good, but he was unranked Season 2, and this is kind of like showing why, like, even though he has Warmogs, he shouldn't be tower diving like this, despite us having Baron buff. This is really how people throw games, but yeah, we're so ahead that we can do it anyway. Malphite does his ultimate and just almost kills me. The tower was, I was tanking the tower there, but I'm able to just over. I could have just ran over here. I don't know why I thought there was a tower there. I didn't have my my camera on there, that's why. So just healing up on these minions here. I'm 10-1 at the moment, so I'm pretty fed, but still. Zed gets taken out. I'm just trying to deter them from chasing us any longer. This is what I really feel Ezreal is made for. Kiting around people at long range with your Q, making them run into it like that. So I'm just hitting the inhibitor here. I want to try and take out Misfortune if I can, because, yeah, I mean, why not? She's super weak. She ends up having to use her her shield there, just for, I ended up using nothing for it, so. Nidalee's getting a little bit of caught out position, but I'm just trying to kite them as much as I can. Malphite isn't really that tanky. He's got some fire cape, but even so, I deal a ton of AP damage anyway. And I'm just able to pick him up with my Q there, which was quite long range actually, pretty much max range. So I just want to try and take out Misfortune the best I can. I land by slow onto her, and Lee Sin just jumps in there. She doesn't actually have flash, I don't think, and Rumble's chasing me down a little bit. It would have been nice if I could have survived against him, but like I explained this in another video, we're actually against double AP. So I don't think I should have built Iceborne Gauntlet in this game. Maybe I should have, because I was so far ahead, but normally, if I wasn't so far ahead, I don't think it would have been a good idea to buy Iceborne Gauntlet in this game. I think it would have been a better idea to just buy Bloodthirster and then buy Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper, and then get MR defensive items when necessary. That would have been the best choice in this game. So you see, I do end up picking Quicksilver Sash. I wouldn't suggest building this regularly, because you end up having 2 defensive items, and you don't want 2 defensive items really on an AD carry, to be honest. But I felt like I needed the magic resist there. So much magic resist in their magic damage in their team. Malphite does loads, Anivia does loads, Rumble does loads, Lulu does a fair amount, MF does a bit as well. So it was really really necessary for me to get that Quicksilver Sash. So I pick up a red pot as well. That's just because we're in the ending parts of, we're about to go end the game now, so I had some extra gold and thought I might as well just buy this health pot. So here I just flash to get my Q off onto Anivia. And yeah, I managed to get my Q off onto her again. This is where the cooldown reduction really comes into play. You can just constantly slow people with this Iceborne Gauntlet. I love it. I've never had an item on Ezreal since Trinity Force that I've loved so much as Iceborne Gauntlet. So we pick up this Baron buff, and we are going to just go and push and finish the game. So in situations like this, when you've killed 2 inhibitors, you have Baron buff, you don't really want to like rush into their base. Anivia will respawn in 10 seconds, so she should be alive to defend this. You don't really want to rush into their base in a regular game where we aren't so fed. You would really just want to wait. So here Malphite just almost hits me with his ultimate, and I just managed to E before he does it. And that's really why Ezreal can be awesome against Malphite too. You have to have the good reaction speeds to make use of it though, and which I did. So I'm just hitting Malphite as much as I can. You can see he's getting taken down really low because at this point we have too much damage for them to deal with. Zed's just diving onto Misfortune. He's able to pick her up. Rumble gets picked up as well, and I'm just finishing off the base. So yeah, I've changed the format of this. It's not a breakdown. It's now called replay analysis. I've changed the format of this and changed the name. The name isn't a big deal, but the format, I feel this just lets me to provide a smoother commentary, a more maybe energetic commentary, I guess. And yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if you preferred the other way, for example, the way the Misfortune one was done, or if you prefer the way this one was done. So leave a comment below, and I really need your feedback. I'll see you next time.